Live from the Ball State News Center, this is NewsLink Indiana in high definition.
Good evening and welcome to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Alex Kilmer.
And I'm Val Jones. Thanks for joining us.
Federal prosecutors have officially charged Ahmed Khan Rahami with planting a series of bombs in New York and New Jersey. The criminal complaint was announced today at federal court in Manhattan. Rahami was captured Monday after being found wounded in a gunfight with police in Linden, New Jersey. CNN's Diane Gallagher has more.
New questions emerging about the suspect in the weekend bomb attacks in New York City and Seaside Park, New Jersey. Authorities say Ahmad Khan Rahami was likely working alone, but they still want to talk to the two men who removed the pressure cooker left inside a bag handled by Rahami and left on a New York street. Now, the Taliban has denied any link to the attacks. Rahami was taken into custody Monday after a bar owner in New Jersey spotted him.
He just said, sorry, okay, I'll move to this side, That's it. That's when he moved to the other side. And he wasn't even startled looking at me that I'm talking to. He was just exhausted,
Now, that bar owner alerted authorities who rushed to the scene.
Within 15-20 seconds, everything break loose, the guy put his hand on the gun and right away he shot through the glass panel. There's 2 bullet holes there. I was standing across street on the door of my store.
Those dramatic moments captured by another New Jersey resident.
I realized right away that, okay, this is the guy. That's why it's going on like this. And when the guy started running towards the Roselle Street, I even came out of the store and started yelling at the cop. I said, he's the guy you guys are looking for.
Sources say Rahami, a naturalized U.S. citizen from Afghanistan, is directly linked to the bombings. He's believed to be seen on surveillance cameras near the Chelsea bombing site Saturday night, which injured 20.
Authorities found the phrase, quote, gunshots to your police, death to your oppression, in journals Rahami wrote. Rahami reportedly purchased ingredients from eBay to create Saturday night's bombs. He is currently hospitalized and already facing state charges in connection with Monday night's shootout. NewsLink Indiana will keep you updated throughout the week with more information.
Paris prosecutors say that there have been 8 new arrests in connection with the Bastille Day truck attack in Nice that left 86 people dead. Prosecutors say the suspects were linked to the attacker Mohamed Balil, and the arrest came Monday in the Alpes-Maritimes region in the southeastern corner of France that includes Nice. The 8 men arrested are Tunisian and French. The Islamic State group has claimed responsibility for the July 14 attack when Balil plowed a 19-ton truck down Nice's Promenade des Anglais into a crowd assembled for a fireworks display.
New York Times columnist Anand Giridharadas is on campus today with activist Race Bhuyan speaking about Giridharadas' book, The True American. NewsLink Indiana's Tanner Holbrook is live in the newsroom with more. Tanner?
Hey, good evening, Alex. With the recent arrests in Paris, along with the bombings in the New York and New Jersey area, Giridharadas' book may be as relevant as ever. And The True American is about Bhuyan and how he was shot in the face when a white supremacist tried to avenge the terrorist attacks that occurred on September 11, 2001 by killing Arabs. In speaking with him today, Bhuyan talked about how he hopes the same prejudice that he experienced doesn't happen to anyone else.
I feel the similar pain that you all do. So I would say, instead of isolating this individual incident and blaming the minority, especially the Muslims or the faith, I think it's not the right thing to do. And hate is hate. Violence is violence. Instead of blaming the whole group, rather work together and try to find out the solution that why people are behaving in this way and how can we all work together to overcome these problems.
And guys, Giridharadas' book is what freshmen had to read over the summer as a part of the Freshman Connections program here at Ball State. And both Giridharadas and Bhuyan were scheduled to speak this evening earlier at Emmons Auditorium. Live in the newsroom, Tanner Holbrook, NewsLink Indiana.
Former President George H.W. Bush is reportedly planning to go against his own party this November. Bush is reportedly may be voting for Hillary Clinton in the general election. A spokesman for the former president did not confirm the claim, but neither did he deny it. If the report is verified, it will be the biggest Republican get so far for the Democratic nominee, who has received the endorsements of dozens of former GOP administration officials. So, Alex, we've had some pretty nice weather the past few days.
Yeah, clear skies and warm temperatures. Let's take a look at Chelsea, see what we have in store.
Yes, that warm temperatures and sunny skies are going to stay with us till the end of this week. But first, I want to take a look at the past few hours of the scramble light. So we started out really sunny, and as we continued throughout the day, the sunny conditions stayed with us, really helping warm up those temperatures. And that's just going to help warm up the temperatures for the rest of the day. And then as we look ahead, we have sunny, warm conditions continued for the rest of the week. And then I'll tell you when the next rain chances are and when we're finally going to feel those feel-like temperatures when I have my full weather for you when we come back.
After a year since he was arrested, a Muncie man will now face trial after the death of his infant son. 24-year-old Corey Wallace allegedly admitted that he failed to seek medical treatment after accidentally dropping his infant on his head. Once Wallace realized the baby was dead, he set fires to cover up the child's cause of death. Wallace is charged with neglect of a dependent resulting in death, a level 1 felony carrying up to 40 years in prison. Judge Marianne Voorhees told jurors the trial will likely conclude early next week.
A Dunkirk man is in jail after he and a woman were found unconscious in a car Saturday night. 25-year-old Gareth William Reese Bolin was on preliminary charges with multiple drug-related charges. A state trooper found the two inside of a car in front of a farmland convenience store. The trooper then took them to St. Vincent Randolph Hospital for treatment. The woman declined treatment at the hospital and was not arrested. The Randolph County Prosecutor's Office has 72 hours to file formal charges against Bolin. Are you on the hunt for a job? Well, we'll tell you how your application may be at the top of the list this month.
And thinking about bringing a new furry friend into your future? Find out how close your next shelter may be after the break.
My heart doesn't see race.
Love is love.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Indiana's unemployment rate is going down. According to a new report, the state's rate decreased 0.1% during the month of August. The state's Secretary of Commerce says 150,000 people have been hired since January of 2013. He also says that it is all to thank of positive momentum in the state's economy. The momentum is expected to continue. In the last month, General Motors, Daimler Trucks, and Japan-based ASIN USA have all announced plans to create new jobs in the state.
As more jobs open, the Muncie YMCA has hired a new CEO. Chad Zancha will take the duties of retiring Kathy Clark. Zancha has acted as CEO at 2 previous YMCAs, but will now operate the biggest facility of his career. He sees this as an opportunity to impact lives in the community. With great success at previous facilities by raising millions of dollars for the foundations, Zancha will take on the position on October 3rd. His first plan of action is to identify social issues the YMCA can address. Zancha hopes for his full plan of the YMCA's future to be complete by March of 2017.
Citizen of the Year is typically given to an individual, but this year it was awarded to a group. The Daleville basketball team was chosen for their hard work in the community at this year's Town Festival. Autumn Fest chose the group to represent Daleville community. The committee president, Steve Salby, knows that the team was the perfect candidate. According to the release given out by the Autumn Fest committee, the team demonstrated what can be accomplished by working together. The team will be honored during the Autumn Fest on October 6th at 6:30 p.m.
Another shelter in Muncie has opened up another location to adopt a furry friend. Located at 901 West Riggins Road, the new shelter holds more cats and dogs than ever before. The building was given to the city by a former juvenile detention company that closed. Phil Peckinpah, the shelter's director, said they are looking to hold 75 dogs and 150 cats. The shelter also wants to offer training classes for animals and a program where children can read to the animals. The new location is open from 10 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday and noon to 3 p.m. on Saturdays.
Many Hoosiers in central Indiana stayed indoors today. Find out why after the break.
But here when you can enjoy the nice weather again. Your full weather forecast is next.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
The Indiana Department of Environmental Management, or IDEM, has issued an Air Quality Action Day for Tuesday and Wednesday. The forecast of high ozone levels near the ground Tuesday and Wednesday may affect outdoor activity. IDEM encourages anyone who is sensitive to changes in the air to stay indoors. Children, the elderly, and anyone with heart or lung conditions should reduce or avoid extensive time outdoors. To reduce the ozone throughout the week, IDEM recommends walking, biking, or using public transportation. For more ways to help, visit airnow.gov. So, I wasn't really aware of the forecast of the ozone levels this week.
Yeah, it's a good idea this week to cut down on those greenhouse gases, but let's take a look at the forecast for our weather with Chelsea.
Warm weather and dry conditions will continue throughout the rest of the week, but let's take a look at our radar right now. We are still dry and clear for right now, and our temperatures are starting to cool down to around 69 degrees right now, with the winds remaining calm. Now, the reason why we have hot temperatures and not a lot of clouds, that's why we're in an air quality alert for Delaware and Madison County. So if you are sensitive to this, please stay indoors and limit your time outside if you can. Now, taking you hour by hour, tonight will stay dry and clear for us. As we head into the morning hours for your morning commute, again, still dry and clear, may see a few clouds overhead. And then for our afternoon, we do see some rain showers to the northwest of us, but that will stay out of our area and will not be affecting us for the rest of the week until we see it for the next beginning of next week. Taking a look at our temperatures for tomorrow, we will be in the mid-80s for tomorrow. So again, that air quality will be in effect for us. And then we'll cool down to the mid-60s for Thursday morning. And then as we go in for Thursday afternoon, temperatures will be in the mid-80s. And this is the first day of fall, so it's not going to feel much like fall for us on Thursday. As we go in for tonight, our overnight low will be 58 degrees with clear conditions and our winds remaining calm for us. As we go hour by hour tomorrow, we will start off 65 degrees, maybe a little chilly. You might want to have a jacket for the morning start. And then by 3 p.m. we'll be around 84 degrees, and then we'll cool down to 71 by 9 p.m. tomorrow. Taking a look at our high for tomorrow will be 85 with mostly sunny skies. And again, that wind will be light to variable. Taking a look at our 7-day forecast, sunny skies and warm conditions. Again, 85 degrees for Thursday, 84 for Friday. Saturday and Sunday will finally feel those 30 seconds, finally see that the fall-like temperatures for this weekend, and then rain chances will happen for the beginning of next week, and we'll see a 30% chance on Monday, and then Tuesday a 20% chance with temperatures in the lower 70s.
You know, after the rain last week during the tailgate for the football game, it was very nice to see some clear skies and sunny.
Yes, it definitely was, and that's going to stay for the rest of the week, and then again we'll see it for the beginning of next week.
Yeah, we got ourselves a little bit of an Indian summer with that heat lasting out all through the first few days of fall.
Oh yes, it's going to be hot, but we'll see those fall-like temperatures returning for the weekend.
Coming up, find out the secret to Ball State's improved defense.
And the women's golf tournament wrapped up their tournament today. Results are next.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but things changed. Teaching didn't seem that cool anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Amazing things are happening in teaching, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Well, good evening, folks. Week after week, Ball State football head coach Mike New has praised the team's defense. NewsLink Indiana's Amanda Smith takes a deeper look into what has Coach New so excited.
Last season, Ball State had one of the most ineffective pass rushes in the country, ranking 109th with just 17 sacks in 12 games. And in his first year as defensive coordinator for the Cardinals, Tim Doust isn't exactly sure where they went wrong.
I don't know about the past, and I've taken a lot of pride in that we just gave the kids a clean slate when they came in, asked them to do what we're asking them to do with discipline and coming in with a great attitude and great effort every day.
But defensive end Anthony Wimbush seems to have the answer.
We just wanted more. We got the intensity. We playing for each other. We've been playing for Coach Snoop, Coach Dallas, Coach McKenzie, and all the coaches that believe in us. So they say we can do it, and we believe it.
Now, in just 3 games, Ball State is ranked 3rd in the nation in sacks. And if you take a look at the stats from Saturday, Anthony Wimbush absolutely dominated the line of scrimmage.
Before every play, it was just trying to get to the quarterback and try to help my team out to get the W. Once I get in, it's a mindset that I'm trying to get to the quarterback each time and going hard 100% of the time and trying to just get to him and trying to stop them, trying to make a play.
And while the team already has 14 sacks this season, Dow still sees one specific area of the game the defense can improve upon.
Well, every week the big play has gotten us. So we got to make sure, I always talk to the kids about optimal focus. Don't see too much, don't be too narrow. What's the call, what's my job, what's the situation in the game, so they can cash in on all their work. I know they have good intentions on every play, but we're still humans and they lose their focus and we all of a sudden we give up a big play. So I think if we just continually take pride in the little things, play in and play out, there's good things ahead of us, but there's a lot of season left.
In Muncie, Amanda Smith, NewsLink, Indiana.
Well, the defense will look to continue its dominance when the Cardinals travel to play Florida Atlantic this weekend. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. on Saturday. And moving to the golf course, the Cardinals wrapped up their tournament in Yorktown today. Ball State entered today's action in 4th place, but BSU sophomore Sydney Anderson came into today's final round trailing the #1 overall spot by just 1 stroke. However, Anderson shot a 78 in the final round and finished the tournament with an overall score of 4 over par. Anderson's final score was good enough to tie for 9th in the individual scores, but Ball State overall maintained their 4th place position. But check out Eastern Kentucky, just 10 over par to win the tournament. That is some impressive stuff right there. Meanwhile, the Cardinals return to action on October 3rd for the Kazoo Classic in Michigan. Finally tonight, the Delta Eagles and the Muncie Central Bearcats squared off in an inter-county volleyball match. Early in the first set, Chloe Sitt sends home the Kelsey Rose set, putting the Eagles up early. But later in the set, Muncie Central's Virginia Wilhoit responds, spiking a kill, giving momentum back to the Bearcats. The Eagles trailed the Bearcats, but not for long, as Molly Hunt sealed the point courtesy of a Rose set. Delta cruises tonight 3-0, improving their overall record to 18-1 on the season. And guys, while Muncie Central may not have gotten the win in the volleyball match today, they still have something they can hang their hats on. Their football team is off to their best start in 11 years at 5-0. So very impressive stuff for the Muncie Central Bearcats, at least on the football field.
It's an exciting time for Muncie sports, but just sports in general. You must be in sports heaven right here. You know, you've got the World Cup of Hockey, the beginning of football season, and a lot of great things going on locally.
Absolutely, and you hope, we're all Colts fans here, right, being from Indiana, so looking at the Colts starting out at 0-2, kind of disappointing, but it's hopefully going to be, we're in the AFC South, so you would hope that hopefully with a slightly weaker division in the league, the Colts can find a way to turn around, especially that defense starts getting healthy.
Celebrity couple Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie have decided to call it quits. Coming up, what's got Pitt to say about the divorce?
And Ball State students take on a more experimental side of music. Up next on NewsLink Indiana.
Thank you. You got a key?
Go fish!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough.
I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Parker Wilsey with your entertainment news. In celebrity news, one of the most renowned celebrity couples, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, have decided to split. On September 15th, Jolie filed for divorce against Pitt a mere 2 years after their marriage in August of 2014. In a statement to CNN on Tuesday, Pitt said that he was very saddened by this, but what matters most to him now is the well-being of their kids. According to Jolie's manager, the couple is asking for privacy at this time for the sake of their 5 children. After it seemed like David Letterman had made his last television appearance in 2015, National Geographic has a pleasant surprise for fans of the TV personality. Letterman will be taking a short break from his retirement to appear in an episode of the docuseries Years of Living Dangerously. Letterman's return to the small screen will be as a correspondent in India to interview Prime Minister Narendra Modi over the country's change from non-renewable energy to solar power. Letterman says he hopes to shed light on the importance of clean energy. The episode will air October 30th on National Geographic. An ear for the unconventional EM music is focused on the electronic side of things and is not to be confused with EDM. An EM concert was held at Sursa Hall tonight and hopes to show people the experimental side of music. Computers, soundboards, and stereos were set up around the concert hall to display the music. There were no performers necessary to carry on this performance. Students are focusing on music that is electronically generated. Some of the music is pop, some is experimental. Michael Pounds, professor of music media production, says what he hopes the audience will get out of tonight's performance.
They're new to this kind of music. I hope they're maybe grow in their understanding or their concept of what can be done with technology and music.
There will be more EM performances throughout the month of October in Sursa Hall. Art enthusiasts will be excited to hear that the David Osley Museum of Art, located in Ball State's Fine Arts Building, will be unveiling a new sculpture exhibit tomorrow. The exhibit, entitled Continuum, The Art of Michael Dunbar and Sculptural Tradition, will open Thursday. It will feature over 30 works, including 15 historic pieces of metal and stone by several iconic European and American artists, as well as 17 new bronze sculptures by Michael Dunbar. The exhibit is free to the public and will remain open until December 22nd. And that's all for your entertainment news. Back to you guys at the desks.
Let's have one final look at weather this evening.
Thanks, Jim.
Tonight temperatures will be a little bit cooler tonight as we drop down, but for this weekend we will have the fall-like temperatures starting to return with Saturday 80 degrees, Sunday 75, and then we'll find that rain chance starting to return on Monday and Tuesday with temperatures in the lower 70s.
That's all for tonight. NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to watch tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right here on Cardinal Vision.
And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a good night.